Hello class, this is Dr. Dilmar. Welcome to Curriculum Design 6226. This is our fall 2019 course, and I wanted to just upload a quick video to introduce myself. You will be able to put a name to a face, and then also go over a few nuts and bolts. So I know that your time is valuable and you want to dig into all of the different things that you're responsible for in this course, so I'll make this video very brief. So as I said, I'm Dr. Dilmar. I am an adjunct professor for Columbus State University. A little bit about myself: I am an administrator at an elementary school at Fort Benning, Georgia. I know that several of you live all around the state. I actually hail from Richmond Hill, which is right outside of Savannah, Georgia. Moved from there a little over 10 years ago, and actually moved around the world a couple of times. And then let me just get this out of the way. So I moved around, and then I actually ended up back in Georgia, but here in Columbus. So I actually attended Armstrong Atlantic University when it was still around. I went to Georgia Southern University, and so maybe I'll have some things in common with a few of you folks out there, out and around the state. And if you're outside of the state, definitely welcome you to the class as well. So I'm going to just jump right in to our course. This is a curriculum design course. I'm particularly interested in curriculum design. My master's and my specialist and my PhD is actually in curriculum and teaching. So this is something I'm particularly fond of. I know that we all kind of have our thing, have that perspective or topic that we're really into, and this one just happens to be mine. So I hope that we will have a great and successful course together. It's the fall. This is my preferred semester because everyone's usually fresh and excited. By spring, we're all tired and ready for everything to end. So let's talk a little bit about what this course will entail. So as many of you probably know, I am one of the professors that works for Columbus State and other universities around Georgia, and we have cohorts, part of the GOML, the Georgia Online System for Teaching, and a lot of the coursework that we're provided, a lot of that content is already provided for us. And I say that because I want to make sure that you know that if you have a question about some of the content or some of the assignments, then don't be afraid to ask, because a lot of these are designed for courses that not only I teach, but other people teach as well. And so I'm not personally offended by any kind of question about the assignments or the content. Complete safe environment here, just ask away. So I want to, and we'll talk more about specific assignments along the way, but I want to, just for the purposes of this video, jump into two particular things, and that's the syllabus and the calendar. So you'll see when you open the course that there's an announcements page. This announcement for the beginning of the course kind of goes into the things that I think will help you be fully successful in this course. And so you'll see here that at the beginning it says download, print, and read carefully the syllabus, and that ties into the calendar. The syllabus for these courses are quite detailed. The syllabus is not like maybe something you've received in other courses before. I know I've personally taken courses where the syllabus was really used, and get that out the way. It's not like that in this course. Got all kind of reminders popping up tonight. So the syllabus contains not only the calendar dates, but also rubrics for each assignment. And that's where I typically find the rubrics for the assignments, where I typically find students struggle the most, is they write assignments only based on the instructions, and a lot of people will overlook the rubric. And I really think that's a super important part of your work. So all of that is in the syllabus. So my suggestion is to download, print, and read it carefully. And then we talk about the signed statement of understanding. So that's the last page of the syllabus, and that's one of your first assignments that's due. So our coursework will run Monday through Sunday. So every Sunday, most of the time, the majority of your work is due. There are some other due dates, but Monday to Sunday is what you need to look for. So, for example, Monday the 19th, I'm making this video on a Sunday. When you open it, it probably will be tomorrow, Monday the 19th. That's day one of week one. A little bit about the library and the culminating project. So in the syllabus, you'll read all about the course project, the curriculum audit. This is something you're going to work on all through the course. And probably the most important feedback I've gotten from students in the past is they felt like at the end of the course, they were trying to work on their audit, like during Thanksgiving break, right before the course ends. And I just want to go ahead and let you know ahead of time that that's not the best scenario, because those are the students that tended to struggle the most. I understand, like everyone else, that you guys are working full time, most of you. However, I just caution you to do the bulk of your work at the end, because the way the course is written, the course audit's intended to be something that you build up to. And it's extremely thorough and comprehensive, the rubric for grading is. And so, yeah, just really dissect that ahead of time. So use your first few days to get comfortable with the course, read the syllabus, and mark your calendars. I say mark your calendars now, not just so that you don't forget assignments, but also that you can plan ahead, because I know that sometimes you might have a long weekend, or you might have a couple of days off that you can work on some things, or the opposite, you may have lots going on and not as much time to work. So there may be times where you want to work ahead, and having your calendar all situated helps you do that. So read through the welcome announcement and then read through your syllabus. I'll just bring it up quickly here so I can show you what I'm talking about or referring to in the way of the rubrics. So if you go down, and I'm not going to obviously go through all of this with you, there's the calendar. You can see how detailed the calendar is. Very probably much unlike other courses, unless you've taken one of these similar courses here for GML. But you'll notice here, okay, so like this says grades for weeks 1 and then 14 and 15 discussion board, and there's a rubric. Then there's a rubric for week 10. Then there's your weekly assignments. And then you've got some other descriptions here talking about the curriculum audit that I alluded to earlier. And then you've got rubrics here for the audit. So my point showing you that is to please make sure that you pay super careful attention, please, to the rubric. I know this was probably a little bit longer. Well, it was a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be. We're going on a little over 8 minutes now. But, and this is all something that you can read on your own. You didn't need this video to show you that. But again, I wanted you to put a face to a name. And I just wanted to emphasize that the syllabus was super important in the calendar, because I know that planning ahead is something that has been helpful to other students. So use your first few days, dig into the syllabus and the calendar, and then you'll see that your initial attendance post is due on the 21st, so that comes up pretty quickly. That's Wednesday, and that's because we have attendance that's due for the college. And then you have Friday, your signed syllabus is due, and then on the 21st, your week 1 quiz and discussion board is due. So that's the discussion board replies with this initial post. So all your week 1 activities are due on October 25th. All right, well, that gives you enough. We're just under 10 minutes. I think that gives you enough to get started. I hope to hear from all of you in different ways. We'll do some discussion board interactions with one another, and I hope you all have a great week. Take care. Signing off, Dr. Dilmar.